Alright, so we've got another game where I'm spectating, and I know this is the very beginning. I specifically wanted to get this because I know what Emre is playing. I saw him play half of a match just before this, and I know that he's playing Majespecters with a Performage engine in it, which is a deck I wanted to get a recording of that playing, and I know he's at least a somewhat good player from watching that match, because he didn't make any bad plays or anything. So yeah, I wanted to get just a match of Majespecters in play, and getting Performages at the same time seems like a win-win. So he goes for Beast Dweller right away, and then activates the effect just to get the search, so he can go Plush Fire plus Draco Slayer into another Plush Fire. Basically, he's just comboing off here. So, and then he gets another Damage Juggler. And, okay, that's it. If you don't have much else in your hand, I could see stopping there. He opened with no Majespecter monsters, which is interesting. And I'm wondering if this is just a bluff, being a Majespecter trap, which you can't use right now. Ooh, and we do get to see him go up against the Pendulum deck. This is also Majespecters, so that's great. He's going to use Luster Pendulum's effect to destroy the cat, which Emre says is fine. So, yay, Luster Pendulum. And, so that he doesn't know that he's playing Performages, or Majespecters, in addition to the Performages. I only know that because I saw the previous game. So he plays the cat in the scale, so you can Pendulum Summon. He's going for 2, goes for the cat, and Draco Slayer that he had in hand. So is this a... No, it's a 7. So he can't actually use the Draco Slayer for anything besides attacking. Which, I mean, you might as well... I was going to say attack the Beast Dweller, but I guess a Beast Dweller doesn't do anything to you. The thing with attacking this is it just floats, so it's like, what are you accomplishing? I guess it takes it off the board, so you can't make it with rank 4, so that makes sense. So he sets 3. He's probably got a trap down there. And then goes for Raccoon, which is the obvious play in this position, at least. I'm just waiting for the wavering eyes. So, at this point, I'd say that RM probably has the advantage, but it's obviously too early to say definitively. Goes for Draco Slayer to get another Plush Fire, search, and summon, I'm guessing, the 3rd Damage Juggler. Trick Clown is also an option. And I guess this is why you attack over the Damage Juggler. Okay, he had to Plush Fire. We already knew that was happening. Oh, he goes for Hat Tricker, which is bizarre. It makes me think he has the other 2 already in hand. He's going to add the Mirror Conductor to complete his scales. Okay, it is at 22, so you can't attack over this. He's basically forcing out either the trap or this. And he's going to banish, or destroy, not banish, the Beast Dweller. I really don't know about that. I think I would probably destroy the Hat Tricker, as going off the same logic as why you attacked over the Damage Juggler, right? So he completes the scale. He goes for 3. Now he doesn't have to worry about the counter trap, so he can do that more safely. But you still have to worry about warning, and there's the warning. And none of those were on the field, so he doesn't get any of the effects. So, I think that's probably it for this game. He says, how am I supposed to win? Considering he didn't draw any of his Majespecters, I kind of agree with him, because Majespecters, in my opinion, are stronger than the Performages, just generally speaking. It did look like that was a pretty bad hand. Yeah, I mean, Warning is a blowout. That's one of the few traps that's actually good still, and it's extremely good. The one advantage that Emre does have over RM is RM does not know that he should be sighting for Majespecters, so that could result in some incorrect sighting. So Emre decides to go first. I think you have to go first in this matchup. Or you have to choose to go first, I should say. So probably going to be a little bit of thinking. Okay, goes for the raccoon. Probably searching for, I would guess, the fox. Yep. Because you want to be able to search the counter trap. Oh, so he doesn't have a pendulum summon. That's not good for him, but he could already have one of the traps here. Okay, so he's got the cat, which is like the weakest one. I'm sure that's fine. And I mean, he could easily have the field spell or anything to do more plays. So no, he's just going to set 4. Wow, 4 and pass. Probably adding raccoon would be my guess. Let's see if I'm right. Yay! I'm pretty good at this, aren't I? The thing about the mirror match, which is so funny, is it's like the Karma Cut and the Regeki Break. That's what I call them because it's what they do. Those are so ineffective just because you can't actually target or destroy your opponent's Majespecter monsters. So Fox comes down searching Tempest. Tempest is still actually good. So here you can attack over it with Fox and then attack with Raccoon for damage. I really don't know what the mirror match is like. I don't think I've ever seen the mirror match before this. So this is going to be kind of interesting to see how it unfolds. I'm guessing he's going to summon the Raccoon. Yep, okay. I wouldn't be surprised if he could pendulum summon after getting the search off, because all he really needs is anything. Okay, but yeah, Tempest. You would definitely just Tempest the effect, which it's interesting. It negates the effect, but it doesn't destroy the monster because it can't be destroyed by card effects. It's really interesting how that works, but that is how it works. If you're pendulum summoning them, it will send them to the graveyard because they're not on the field, so that means they don't have the effect where they can't be destroyed by card effects. But in this case, he's just negating the effect of search. So he's got Upstart. I really don't know how I feel about Upstart in a deck that runs so many search cards. Like, you kind of want some of your cards to stay in your deck so you can search them. So he goes Raccoon into Fox, and then attacks over this Raccoon with Fox, and then Raccoon. So definitely I'd say that Emre's in the advantageous position at this point. Oh, he's gonna Pendulum Summon, which, if this goes through, that'll be even better. And he doesn't have to worry about the Tempest, the counter trap. He just has to worry about basically warning. This is 2, no, actually 1. Yeah, I'm pretty conservative with my Pendulum Summons. I'm always worried that my opponent is going to have something to like banish all my monsters, or like a time space trap hole, for example. Goes for King of the Feral Imps, which gets hit by a Torrential Tribute. You would obviously not use that against Majespecters, but it is pretty good against the Performages, which is why it's still in there. So he's gonna go right for the Damage Juggler Search, and I'm guessing he's not gonna do anything else this turn. You want to keep at least the Raccoon on board for your traps. He searched for the Plush Fire. I guess just deck thinning. I don't know why you would do it immediately, though. I think I personally would have not used it, so that way I would have more options next turn. I would know what I draw into, and I would know what card's better. So he's going to summon Draco Slayer, which can attack over the Raccoon. changes control of it instead of sending it to the extra deck. So that's a situation where it would have been nice to have like the tornado, which is Karma Cut. The fact that this is 1850 is actually somewhat relevant, it seems, in this matchup. And this is like $27 now. I think that this is going to possibly go up to 40. So he pendulums 2, which he hits by Grand Horn of Heaven. That's another card you have to worry about. And then like the enter main taste also, which is brutal. I don't think I would have pendulum summoned 2. I think that was a mistake. Especially when you could have just normal summoned the raccoon and gotten the effect that way. So, advantage RM, I'd say, at this point. Especially because any Majespecter traps are useless without monsters on the board. So, gets 18-15 damage in. I mean, that's going to add up. Probably set 1 past, I guess. Yep. This is one of the few traps that's actually good. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna main deck Grand Horn of Heaven or side deck it, but I know I'm gonna play it. So it was a Wavering Eyes. That's a really strong hit with the MST actually, because that would have been brutal, blowing up the 2 scales. Yeah. So he's going to go for 1 this time to get just the raccoon, which RM says is fine. I would go for Fox, no doubt about it. I wonder if these guys are even playing Unicorn. I don't know if you should play it. I say like Unicorn is ridiculous, but the problem with Unicorn is you can't pendulum summon it unless you have Archfiend Eccentric as a scale, because it's level 6. And see, this is 5. So 6 is higher than 5. So he's going for QB. Okay, he went for the Fox. And he's going to right away use Cyclone to destroy this. And then he's going to summon Fox to attack directly. He's not even waiting for responses. Why didn't he search? Did he already like search for every single trap in his deck? That's the only thing I could think of. So he hit Deck Devastation Virus. Does that destroy them? Okay. So that's good for hitting stuff in their hand. I don't know how easily you can get that off. 2,000 attack or more, which is, I guess, King of the Feral Imps. It's the first one that comes to mind. Nothing main decked has more than 2,000 attack, and it happens to be dark. Unicorn is 2,000 attack, but that's wind. And you probably don't want to be tripping that. Anyways, so RM is just going to set 1. Emre is going to pendulum for 1. I'm guessing just the raccoon. Yeah. And search. I mean, if you played Unicorn, this is where you would search for the Unicorn. So I guess this is the moment of truth. Okay, yada. So I'm guessing he does not play it. Are these? I think the name afterwards is just the Japanese word. I think this is raccoon in Japanese, and this is fox in Japanese, and then this is crow in Japanese. So don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works just off of my knowledge of Japanese words. And if that is, that's actually really cool, I think. So he's going to go 2 4s. I don't know what you would go for. If it was 2 3s, I would say Totem Bird, because that thing's ridiculous. He says he added the wrong card. I guess if we're going to run it back that far, I don't know if it really matters too much. Oh, so yeah, he wants the Totem Bird. Yeah, that's probably better, in my opinion. Goes for Alucard instead. Okay. It tributes, so you can tribute set once. That's interesting. I didn't actually think. Yeah, he's like, that works, but it is tributing it, so yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. It's cost, so yeah, you can tribute face down as cost, so that's pretty good. I didn't even think about that. Um, yes, exactly, like Icarus attack. So now I'd say Emre is totally in the advantage though, because unless RM can get a complete pendulum scale, he's got like no shot. Wavering Eyes is the first thing that comes to mind, which would be a big help to RM in this position. So Cat is going to give him the raccoon. I want Nekomata Cat. I think that's also Cat. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they went with the naming. So he's going to normal summon Draco Slayer, which to me says that he has nothing. Goes just to attack over it to try to turn off any of the traps, and it is going to be banished, predictably. And that's it for that game. So we're going to game 3. Somewhat interesting so far. I mean, I really don't know if this is going to become a boring matchup over time, but as of now, this being brand new, it's pretty interesting to me, I think. So let's see, we got RM chooses to go second. That's interesting. So Emre chose to go first earlier, knowing the matchup, and now RM, also knowing the matchup, chooses to go second. So obviously we have a difference of opinion here as to which you should go. And he is also questioning going second in the mirror. And I kind of agree with him. I think first is way better. Being able to set up with your traps, because this deck plays lots of good traps, and being able to get all your searches off without issue. Goes for the standard. Have their side more resources. Okay. Okay, but Emre also had Draco Slayer, so he's going to be able to go in. He can pendulum summon the Fox also, so he gets the other search recourses. Yeah, I and pretty sure he meant resources. But yeah, I think Emery right here is proving that going first is more resources than the draw, because he's going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards to 6. And considering that he's got traps set, he's going to have at least 2, if not more. I think that's a pretty strong argument for going first. So he went for the counter trap and the Regeki break, I'm guessing. And then he had another trap as well. So this is a really intimidating field to break. It's like, good luck with that. So he goes for Arching Eccentric first of all. Probably just a random space. Okay, he's actually going for the scale. If he can't break the field, then I could totally see that as being the correct call in order to prevent Emre from getting more advantage on the next turn. He says that the Crow is fine. I would also say that that's fine, because what the heck are you going to be doing with that? That searches useless cards pretty much. So it's going for the Cyclone. Unless you go into like an Exceed or something, summon something off theme, the Cyclone and the normal spell are both useless. So he's going for Pegasus, which gets Max Seed. I feel like Max Seed is just okay in this matchup. It like you can chain it to the field spell, but that's really it. It's kind of eh. So he's gonna get the Cat Search in the end phase. Sets 2, 3. Okay, 3. So both players have traps now, so this could go either way at this point. And 1800 defense is actually quite a bit, because Emery's going to have to make something to get over that. He goes for Raccoon, RM does, which makes sense. That's probably what I would do. If he can pendulum summon the Luster, that can get over this. So this is a complete scale, so he can now do that. It's probably what he's going to do. Yeah, I think I would just pendulum the Luster, attack over this, attack directly, and then main phase 2 I would start trying to do other stuff. Probably use Arching Eccentric to pop the Majesty's Pegasus, because the field spell is ridiculous. You don't want your opponent to have that. Oh, okay, he's just going to do it right away. Yeah. that you don't want them having that. He's gonna normal summon the raccoon, go for a search. Okay. No reason not to. You can get more damage in, and RM is almost certainly not going to do something to stop that. And here you can just push in for damage, even if RM uses the spell on the Lesser Pendulum, which, I mean, I would have done that just because why not? You could still attack afterwards, is what I was going to say. But he chose not to use the spell, which I think is the wrong decision. And Emre gets in damage, a lot of damage, and this game's on a clock now. So, okay, this is exactly why you use the spell to destroy Luster, because right here he's going for Ignister, and Ignister is ridiculous. I guess he did have the Torrential as backup to destroy the Ignister, which, okay, fine. I still think I would have used the spell, because the spell is pretty much useless against Majespecters, and your monster's getting destroyed anyway, so why not tribute it? And I feel like Torrential's probably a better card than the spell. Even without the Ignister, I still give strong advantage to him right here. He's asking if he added Raccoon, which, yep, he did. I remember that. Mind Crush Raccoon. I don't think people are going to be playing Mind Crush this format. So, let's see if RM can mount a comeback of sorts here. We have 163 watchers in here. That's a lot. So, Raccoon is going for... okay, yeah, he's going to Tempest that. I guess... So, Emre is reading that RM is on his back heels, and he doesn't want to give him any room to breathe. That's what I'm seeing with that move, because it's like also the Yada can easily be attacked over by the Raccoon, so you might as well. Okay, so he just chooses to crash Raccoons. Yeah, again, might as well. At the same time, though, I don't think I would have done that, because he can easily get a scale and then pendulum summon this back. But he had the one in hand anyway, so he reveals that he had nothing. So that's game. I thought that was pretty good, actually. Pretty interesting, I guess, to see how the Majespecter mirror works. It's basically just like them attacking over each other by battle, because they can't be destroyed by any of the things they're searching, which is interesting. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to check out some other stuff.